building a resort and RV park in one of the coolest towns between the Smokies and the Rockies. It's Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and we're talking about my park, the Green Tree RV and Cabins, which we are rebranding, and by the end of this video, I'll tell you what that is. But today, I'm driving down these windy roads of the Ozark Mountains, tackling a few projects in development. First project on the list is landscaping. We recently just poured new concrete pads, patio pads, for our premium RV spots there at the campground, and now I gotta get a little landscaping to go in between them to hide the utilities from the campsites next to them. So the real goal here is to find something that's gonna stay green year-round and will grow probably 4 to 6 feet tall to give a little privacy between the spots. All right, as you can see, we've got our new pads poured and set up for all of our RV spots. But when you're sitting and hanging out on this pad, you've got all your neighbors' hookups right next to you here for your neighbor. Just the name of the game for the RVs. So the plants we're looking for today are gonna fill in from these new pedestals and those front flowers. They're gonna fill in along here just to create a little ambiance in between the pads. So it's not just a big old flat park. Really want this place to be a premium RV resort. These are sky pencil holly, and there's also these which grow kind of tall and they're already big enough, and that'll give a little cover right away, but I don't know that they're really the shape I want. I think we want something a little bit more round and low. These are some boxwoods. These are kind of cool, but they're a little small for starting. I'm not sure they're gonna give us the growth, and I think they said they take a couple years to get any real growth out of them. So I'm not sure this is our answer, but maybe if I could get these just a little bit bigger from the start, then they'd work. Maybe mixing in some grasses with those boxwoods and get kind of big and flowery like that. That would probably add a little extra texture. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do boxwoods and grasses.
Hey, we're picking out some grasses and boxwoods here, and we've decided to go with the smaller pot of boxwood because you don't have to dig as big a hole. So we're sticking with things a little bit smaller than what we originally planned.
I think that's a good plan. You know, there's a lot of power lines and, like she said, the septic running from site to site, because these are all full hookup sites, and I don't want to have to dig into them. So to make sure we can dig perfectly, we're gonna start with the smaller ones, and we're just gonna have to wait for these to mature over the next few years. Next, we've got to rebuild some decks on the front of our cabins. They just need an updating, and I'm gonna use some inspiration from my K River campground. So this is the lumber we're gonna use to redo the top of this deck. We'll rip all this out, we'll put that new lumber on top, but then the railing is gonna be what's awesome. Check it out. This is all cedar that we fell the trees and milled into what we're going to use for railings on all those cabins. This all comes from my other campground, the K River Campground in Moyers, Oklahoma. If you're not familiar, maybe you're new to my channel, go check it out. It's K River Campground, and it's a beautiful resort with tree houses and ATV trails and all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun. But we brought a little bit of the K River up here to Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
My name's Nick.
Nick,
yeah.
Thanks for delivering this, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
We're excited to upgrade things a little bit.
Yeah, my wife is saying this is a new property for you, but you have other RV parks around.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty cool.
Thanks. We're definitely gonna need some more before it's all said and done, but this should be enough to get us started while they order us in the rest. Now we just got to get our soil. It's important to make sure these things set up right from the beginning. We don't want them dying on us, and putting in soil and digging the proper size holes is everything when it comes to that. So what exactly is the mixture of dirt we got there? What is that?
You've got what we call our mixed garden soil, and it's a 50-50 blend of screen topsoil and rice hull. And the rice hull doesn't really add any nutritional content to the soil, but it serves as a filler, helps the soil keep from settling and compacting too much, which allows the plants to root in easier, and water can drain through the soil easier.
Nice, man. Thanks a lot, man. We'll see you on the next delivery. It's Bear Creek Nursery and Landscaping. If y'all are in the area, go check them out, man. They've got a nice little facility down there and really great customer service. So the plan is about 3 or 4 of these per site. The sites kind of vary a little bit in the layout, so it'll depend. We'll sink one right there, another right there, and then we'll do a grass right in the nook of that crevice there. We'll line that out across all the RV spots. They look a little puny now, but as they fill in, I think they'll fill the space perfectly. And just give a little vegetation, a little greenery, and a little separation between all the RV spots. What year did you say that bike was?
79.
79. The year after I was born. Woo. Great condition. How many miles?
I think there's 16 on the clock.
Gorgeous, man. That's awesome. It's beautiful. Seeing people's cool toys and meeting people from all over the country is one of the best things about having an RV park. Where are y'all from?
Pittsburgh area.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Arkansas. Yeah, it is a little puny right now, but give it some time, man. All good things grow with time. Okay, I'm sure you want to know exactly what this all cost me today. So the lumber and the stain today was a total of $538.11. The plants and soil delivered was another $550. And they are gonna look great out there, but I do need about 7 more of those before it's complete. A couple other projects I got working on right now. We got a jacuzzi tub going in right next to our pool. And you see that camper back there, that Coleman? We kind of zoom in on it. It's got its own concrete pad. That camper is set up free for veterans 7 days a week so they can have vacations right here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. So I got to get out and do a little shopping because we need to litter that thing with some American memorabilia and flags. I need a flagpole for in the front, and we need a bunch of American decor so that can be the American trailer. So we'll get that done, and then I need to find an artist for a couple projects I've got as well. All right, as I said, we are rebranding this entire campground. First, let me explain where we are. We are located directly on Highway 62. And if you're not from the area, that may mean nothing to you. But this road runs, well, really across the whole country, but we're located on one of my favorite stretches of this entire road. It goes from Rogers, Arkansas, technically Pig Trail Harley Davidson, and it runs up through the entire city of Eureka Springs. And the other day when I was riding this road, I counted just over 160 curves in like 14 miles from Rogers to here. Some are sweeping curves, some are hairpin curves. The views over the Ozark Mountains are absolutely unbelievable. The elevation changes are great. This is a phenomenal riding road. It's Highway 62, and I'm super excited to be located on this because it is just plain and simple a great ride. And when I think about this resort, I think about what this resort stands for. We're talking, look at, here's a couple motorcycles coming in right now off of Highway 62. There's a lot of bikes that come through here, and for good reason. This park stands for motorcycles, this park stands for RVs, this park stands for people that want to come and have a vacation. At the end of the day, this is a resort on a really great road, and that's why our new name, our new branding, our rebrand is going to be the Route 62 Motor Resort. So this sign you see behind me here will now look like this. And our logo is going to be great. So we have to decide, how do we want to repaint these cabins to kind of go with the feel? And I mentioned earlier I was looking for an artist. Let me show you what I'm looking for an artist for. We've got this great big bare wall here. You probably can't tell on camera, but that's probably about 25, 30 feet long. And it's right here on the highway. So I want to get a mural painted of Route 62 and some of the attractions that are on it, and have that be a really cool mural where people can pull their bikes up right here as they're coming down Route 62 and take pictures with this mural. And a lot of things around here in our remodel are going to get themed after great American road trips. I really feel like this new sign is super nostalgic, and I feel like we can really turn this park into something that fits along with the nostalgic of great American road trips. So come on out. Hey Evie. My boy Jeff Tabor's in the house. Look at you, Jeff snuck up on me during the filming, so we're just gonna go ahead and sign out here. My buddy Jeff from Texas.
Yeah, buddy.
What do you think of Eureka Springs?
Love it, man. Y'all need to get up here and see it.
It's the second time up here. Y'all come check us out. And before long, we'll have our new sign on the highway, which I'm super excited about. Route 62 Motor Resort, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Let's go.